What's going on? What's good? Yeah. I don't know what it is, but after the year 2021, a lot of like the energy shifted and like everything started getting more weak. Not that it wasn't weak before, just everything just started getting worse. And I'm not saying this is what it was. This is just from my perception of how I seen it. And I could like I could just go run through a whole bunch of things, like evidence and whatever, like showing you like the proof, but yeah, it's crazy. It's just things that I've observed. Cool people, they don't exist no more. That shit doesn't exist. Like social media made everything cringe and uncool. Like at first it was cool, but like right now it just at this point it's just cringe. Like social media right now is meant to make money and that's it. Like a lot of niggas out here, they're trying to get like they're trying to get famous and shit, or like they're trying to get famous online for nothing. Like instead of trying to like have like some type of talent, they're just trying to get famous online for nothing. So it's like this shit's hilarious. But cool people, they don't exist no more, and it's just it's crazy. Like if you really think about it though, like your your main goal in life should be to live a fulfilling spiritual evolving life. If you're not doing that, then there I don't know what's the point of anything. And like I'm starting to come to that conclusion. Like a lot of you niggas like are trying to, because like I got it so like it's just weird, man. Like I've been just having a lot of realizations. Like I'm always having realizations, but I just having this realization. Like I anytime you're trying to force something, then it's not gonna work, or that means you're not supposed to be doing it. Anything you're supposed to be doing, it should come natural. I'm not saying it should be easy, but it should come natural. And any obstacles and problems, it should be a natural problem. It should be a natural obstacle. It shouldn't be an unnatural obstacle or an unnatural problem. So problems are normal, but it should be a natural one that you can get through and maneuver. Once you're not doing that, you're getting all these uncomfortable things and you don't feel like doing it. Like some of you guys like say, oh, you want to open a business, but deep down is like when you just say I want to open a business, I want to make money. What do you want to do? You have to have a talent, you have the skill, creative ability, anything. You can't just say you want to open a business. When you just say you want to open a business, that's when you're just bullshitting. You're half-assing it. You're not even really doing anything. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Like you got to know actually the actual plans and the goals to do what you got to do. Not just you want to be famous and go viral and shit. But a lot of these stupid niggas, they don't understand that. So yeah, that shit's crazy though, man. I'm just sick and tired of this fucking shit, man. Like everyone's just lame as fuck in this world. I feel like nobody's really like on the level. I don't want to say nobody's on the level. I take that back. I don't even want to say level. Fuck the level because level is. I'm not trying. I don't, everyone's on their own level, and I'm not. This is has nothing to do with knowledge or spiritual. It's just an energy, man. Like I just feel like this social media really fucked up this world. Like you guys don't see it right now. You're gonna see it in a few years, and mark my words when you watch this video. I don't like using fucking words like mark my words and all this lingo, and so I don't know why I fucking said that, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like remember this video. Social media like is gonna ruin people. I see it. Like I see this nigga right here in this house. Right here in this house. This nigga sitting on his fucking phone. He's just on his fucking phone. And I'm like, this nigga just sitting at his house. You have a family, you got a car, you got like a motorcycle, got all this shit. Why don't you go out and do something? Why are you just sitting on your phone? And then when you look at it, people think of it like it's nothing, but the time is going by, and then they spend their whole life on their phone. Like a lot of these people, they live like when I was staying with my dad's house back in. Remember, I was staying at the beach at that big ass house. We live like probably like less than a mile from the beach. I could walk there like in 5 minutes, and I'll go to the beach, and there'll be like a little river that goes through the neighborhood. and people's backyard would look over the river and it would like connect to the beach water. And people have boats and they have like porches and shit. And I will always go there, like I'll walk around because I lived there for like about I think for like 4 to 6 months. And I'll go walk around and ride my bike around the area, and I'll never see anybody out. And I'm like, these people spend all this money to come to buy these houses, but they never are outside. Or if they are outside, they're outside once a year or every now and then. And it's like it makes me think because everyone's on their phone. Everyone just they're not living their fucking life. They think they are. They'll say, "Oh, I want to save up money so I can invest and I can do this." But then their whole life they're not doing shit but working or scrolling, and then them saying I want to invest is just an idea. Not saying they're not investing, but what are they doing with the money? Are they being fulfilled from it, or they're just living their life chasing something? Even if they get what they want, they're always chasing. So it's like, but they never really actually live. Like the scenario that they in, like they may have fucking things that they have, like, but they don't have time to enjoy it. Like I'll go and I see these people, like they don't even go on and use their boat. Like I don't even see no one in their back. Like when I was there living there, I didn't see anybody in their backyard. I'm like, why don't people throw parties and kicking in their backyard? Like they don't do shit because everybody's fucking on their phone or they just fucking so busy with this bullshit ass reality. Social media like really fuck people's minds up. Like you guys don't understand. Like social media fuck people's minds up. Like and it's gonna get worse. Yesterday I was fucking just chilling. I walked outside. I was gonna go get the mail from my apartment or my uncle's apartment where I'm staying at, whatever. And the funny thing is, I heard it was like a fat ass lady, and it was like the security guard, and she was saying something about people are antisocial now, and nobody's talking to each other. And then the security guard, it was a nigga. He was like, "It's because of the social media." And this was after I did. This was like literally like roughly like 12 hours after I did the live stream. And it was weird how like because when I walked into the fucking mail room, that's when they said it, which is weird. So it's like I know it was a synchronicity, and they're just saying how like everyone's antisocial, and I can see it. Everyone literally is antisocial, and when I say antisocial, I'm not saying just antisocial on nobody wants to speak to each other. Even when you see people talk to each other, the connection is cringe. The connection is not really fulfilling. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying. I don't know how to explain it. Like I was listening to because I'm very observant. I always observe. So I was just listening to these two niggas. They were having a conversation, and the funny thing is the dude like they were talking about they're doing rap music, and this ties into the social media thing because both of these niggas. And this made me have some realizations to myself. They were talking about social media, and then the guy was all they were like, "Oh, I make music and I do rap, and everybody knows me, but I can't get a deal." And the other guy was talking about like, "Oh, I do music too," and I like, and it made me realize like everybody thinks that like there's some famous celebrity. Everybody thinks there's some type of star, and then when they were talking to each other, they were talking about themselves. Like he'll be like, "Oh, I got this," and then the other dude will be like, "I got this," and then they'll be just he's like, "Oh, that's cool," but like they'll just keep talking about themselves. Like it was cringe, and then it was just so fake, and like that's what I see it like in the reality. Like everything is just is all full of shit. So this is why I tell you guys like actually work on self, and when you work on self, then you become real, and then you can only attract real people. And then if there's no real people, then you just won't be around anyone unless you're just dealing with money and business. So this is the only way to actually escape this shit because it's gonna get worse. The social media, the programming, all of that shit, it's gonna keep getting worse. People are gonna keep getting dumber. It's gonna keep getting even like when people are talking to their family, and even when you see a lot of the Gen Z, when you talk to them, they sound hella awkward. They don't sound like they experience in life really because everything because what it is that they haven't experienced. No, the younger generation hasn't experienced that life. So when they're on social media and they see things on social media and they're not experiencing life, when they go out and experience it, they're not they're trying to rationalize and make everything logical. Like this is what I should do. This is what I should do. Oh, this guy, look at him. He's like he look at him. He just slipped on a banana peel. Look at him, but not looking at it like he had an experience. Who cares? But they're looking at it like, oh, he slipped on a banana peel. But that's crazy because I watched a YouTube video, and if you slip on banana peels, you have some type of anxiety, and he must have anxiety. Like they think hella deep about dumb shit, and this is like creating their own hell, and then they don't experience, and then everything is awkward because everything they talk about, every interaction, every engagement they think deep about it, and they think of it like awkwardness, so it makes them feel hella weird, so they're like, I don't want to even hang out with people no more, which is this the social media, because you're watching too much shit on social media, and it's skewing your mind. Like it's worse than the television, the social media. You guys may think like, no, what are you talking about? Depending on what you're watching. If you're watching obviously intelligent stuff, it's not bad. But if you're watching bullshit or shit that's just mundane, that's nothing, that's just as bad or probably worse than the television, because the television at least had certain programming, and you watched whatever it told you to watch. You couldn't fast forward. You could have rewinded when they had like the Dish Network and shit, the satellite, but you couldn't really fast forward and choose what you want to watch. Now it's like you watch everything on Netflix, and then whenever you want, and it creates fucking what's it called, burnt out or desensitized and shit and all this other shit. And then like I'm saying, like anxiety, it creates anxiety, depression. Because when you're watching so much shit, it desensitizes you. So now you need your neurons for pleasure. It's more intense. So you need more clicks and scrolls. And this is why like people like clicks and scrolls, and they have to go on the internet, because it's like you're getting that quick rush. You're not getting it natural. When you get it in order to get it natural, you have to actually have a cleansed body, because this is why you'll have people who can eat healthy and enjoy a healthy lifestyle, and some people it's hard for them to do it because they're toxic as fuck. So they need to cleanse their fucking body. So this is why I say like this world is fucked up. Social media is really fucking everybody up. It's creating a lot of social issues. This is why Gen Z's fucked up. This is rather like hella, like it's just weird. Even when you watch like, and it's not even like you guys think I'm just talking about. Even the extroverts are introverted. That's how deep it is. Even the extroverts are introverted. Like it's weird. Like it's like everyone like has like an imaginary spiritual stick in their ass that they don't know is there. So like spiritually they're like this, but like even though they're not doing that, and then they may be dancing and chilling, like but their energy is like this. That's how this social media, because people don't really know themselves. Like most people don't know themselves, and in this Aquarian age, if you don't know yourself, it's gonna come to the surface. So this is why everyone feels they want to be isolated, because if you don't give a fuck about, if you don't show no love to yourself, and love has nothing to do with like that bullshit romance. Love is just actually being in alignment and truth with self. That's love. So if you're not showing love for yourself, you can't. You're not. You're gonna attract people you don't like, and you're gonna perceive the world in a negative way. And then this is why you have this. The cycles continue of just bullshit. Yeah, this is crazy, guys. Just be careful with the social media. I suggest like don't be too much on it. Like I'm not saying don't go on it, because just handle your business and just don't be too distracted by any of this shit. Like they have, like it goes beyond just social media. Even like the programs like on YouTube, because YouTube is social media. So video games, that's social media. You're chatting, you're talking, and you're downloading shit. So all that social media. So even YouTube, like they had the fucking Billy Carson and what's that nigga's name? The Terrence Howard, like just more bullshit, like just dumbass, stupid shit. And then you see how many people watching that. So it just shows you how many lost people are in this world. They're watching Billy Carson and that fucking Terrence Howard. Like who the fuck gives a fuck what they got to say? Like they're just. I don't even really want to get into that shit. Like I don't even want to get into that shit. That shit is just fucking ridiculous. Like, but like that's part of social media. So we got those type of programs, and it's like everyone's lost. Like, so I'm not trying to sit there and be like, oh, I'm better and all that. Cause I don't give a fuck about being better. Like, because I don't like when I say all this shit. Some idiot may say, oh, you think you're better. For you to think that I think that I'm better means you know what I'm thinking, and that means you're projecting. Because where would you come up with? Why would you think that I will think I'm better, other than you would think you're better? So you're projecting and you're fucking assuming. So that's not what the reason I'm saying all this is just to let people fucking know, because I don't give a fuck if you think I'm better than you or not. Like I could give a shit. I know if I say I'm better, then I'm fucking better. You can say I'm not better, but then at the same motherfucking day, if I see a piece of if we're in a desert and we're about to die from thirst and starvation, if we seen water, nigga, we're gonna fight to whoever get the water. So at the end of the day, on a true spiritual level, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. We all spirits. We came in here. We're here to get on a mission. We can help each other. But that's as far as it. So I can give a fuck what you think, if you think I'm better or not. And even if I said I am better, like who gives a shit? That's I could say that I'm better. What makes you think I can't say I'm fucking better? Because some Masonic program because you can't say of some anything else other than a Masonic program, because they created so they can have a reason to have kingships and rulerships, and you're a piece of shit working at Best Buy, and then you can live with it and think that, oh, we're all equal. Shut the fuck up, nigga. That's how stupid people are. Like, this is all a program. Like, if I say I'm better, nigga, you should use that as an excuse to say you better too. But it's just like, but I'm just saying, be careful when you're on this social media, because this shit's it's poisoning people right now. And then like the youth right now, like the younger gen, like the kids, like fucking elementary, they don't even have a life. Like they're like fucking, they don't even have, I don't even think most of them have childhoods. Like when I see some of these niggas, like they act like adults. Like and that's not really a good thing. Like a lot of niggas say, oh, they're adults. No, nigga, that means you fucking like you're not you've been here too much, or you're not getting it, or because the kids I think that are incarnating right now, they've been here a lot of times, and they gotta hurry up and get this shit done. This is why everything's moving quicker. This is why it's a little bit tougher for children nowadays than it was when you were young on certain aspects. If you kind of really think about it, as far as like just no one really gives a fuck about like you anymore, really. Like it's more you're on your own, the energy compared to how it was before. And then because we have social media, and then the social media that's programming the kids even worse, so they're getting more bullshit programming at a young age. You see kids on TikTok and shit just looking at crap, so they're even more they're having thoughts at a younger age you didn't even have, because so this creates more depression, anxiety, and mental illness. And it's like it's crazy and shit. Even a kid wanted to watch a spiritual video that's like around like in its teens, that's good and all, but when you look at most of the people who watch it, it's not to better themselves, it's as a crutch. So it's all crutch shit. It's not even, I guess, coping mechanism. Ain't nobody really fucking using it. So that just puts people like in an adult mind at a young age for no fucking reason. I was like, they didn't even have no childhood. Most of the kids nowadays, with all the fucking shit and crap is going on. That's why I'm glad I didn't grow up around this age, this era. Yeah. Okay, let me read some of these comments. What's good with it? He said, bright light sights. He said, it also makes them really insecure. It'll give them desires they'll never even thought of before. I forgot what I was talking about for me to connect what you're saying. But, yeah. So, hey, I know this is random as fuck, but do you know any Qigong martial art videos? See, it's hard to find them because I think like you don't see that much of this information. Yeah, there's not that much information in videos. Like, yeah. There's this one brother, his name is Jerome Shaw. He does some Qigong, but he doesn't really what's it called? He does it on Instagram though. Like you gotta look on Instagram is where I see like a lot of them. But a lot, at least a lot more. But the information is really not that, because this thing actually benefits you. Anything that's gonna help you and benefit you, it's not gonna be that much exposure to it, and you're not gonna see it, and it's not gonna be talked about a lot because it's like a spiritual warfare. They're not gonna get people to actually do what they need to. They don't want people to utilize this because it actually is something beneficial when you actually do it. I've been doing this for almost 2 months, and this is just the beginning. People have been doing this for years and it's still growing. People have been doing it for like 5 years and the energy's still building. So I've been doing it for 2 months and I already feel the energy extremely building. Like the way, and so I can't really explain it. You got to just actually do it because I don't want to explain it too much and put too much emphasis on the energy, which is something you got to experience. But it's really beneficial on all aspects. Yeah, it should. People are sleeping on this. Because when you're doing this, you're actually changing the way your body, you're changing your body on a cellular level and internally. It's like you're changing the way the organs, the way the blood flows, all of that. So when you're doing it over a course of months, what's going to happen is it's going to be like extreme change in the body. You're going to start feeling different. The organs, the nerves, all of that's going to be amplified. So look at it like it's like the word amplified when you like get something and you just jolt it and make it give it more energy. That's what you're really, that's what key the bet that's kind of like the way, that's the way I can explain it. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's like the closest way I can explain what's going on. Is like your body's getting jolted with like a natural force that your body is generating, because this is everything that's happening is in the body. Your body is doing this. This is all in the body. There's nothing you're grabbing from the external, because that'll be all depending on the external. This is not depending on anything. At the end of the day, we all have to move our bodies. You can wake up in the morning and move your body to go to the movie theater and eat some popcorn and go fuck off all day, or you can use your body to move and do something with keep. But you're gonna have to move the body. You can't just stay still. So qigong, you're actually using the body to generate, because the body can do a lot of shit. A lot of people don't experience and feel the body, like even the way you guys feel right now. You don't understand how the human body actually feels in its natural state. A lot of you guys have blockages. A lot of you guys right now may think you feel good. You may feel good. Even the best day of your life, you felt really good. You didn't really feel it, because when you remember that feeling you felt when you were a kid, like when you were young and you just, like, let's say 5 years old, and you just felt very pure. And if you don't feel like that as an adult, then you have a blockage. So when this is what these dumbasses on the fucking the social media and the scientists and just programming all the spiritual people is like, oh, when I used to be a kid, they try to differentiate feelings of a kid from feelings as an adult. But the only time you're supposed to differentiate it is if like you're doing kid shit, like you fucking throwing eggs on houses or some shit. You're throwing shit on someone's porch, or fucking thinking like a kid watching cartoons, like shit like that. That's when you differentiate. But in terms of how you feel, that pure and that creativity and that zest and that adventure, you're not supposed to lose that. If you do, that means you have a blockage through mind control and through the what they call meridians, the energies that go through the body that connect to the organs, and so they call them meridians. That may have a blockage, or you may have some type of spiritual blockage or something. You gotta cleanse. You're supposed to actually be feeling each year. You're supposed to be feeling better. So how you feeling? You're not supposed to age like that. Like there's this one nigga. This nigga's name is Nicholas. I forgot his last name, but he's a breatharian. He's a liquidarian, but he's done breatharian. But he plays with it. So he has a pranic center in Italy. This nigga, he's an old ass white nigga and balding in the middle. This nigga looked hella like, he looked like these old bald like white people you see that like work in an office. And like you could just think his nigga's low vibrational and shit. Like, how's this nigga breatharian? I wouldn't think so. So this was like back in 2021. I seen this thing. He said he's breatharian. And I didn't not believe him, because I don't see why someone would just lie about it. But he said he was breatharian. And then it's funny how like fast forward like 3 years later, this nigga looks younger than he did before. So, and every breatharian that I see, like they look younger. Like, so you're supposed to get younger. You're not supposed to get older. Like, they got everything. This whole health shit is backwards. When let's just say you're like 29 right now. When you're 39, you're supposed to look more vibrant, younger, and healthier. If you don't, that means you're not taking care of the body, and you're because you're either getting you're either releasing blockages and getting more energy, or you're losing blockages and losing more energy. So they say losing chi. This is why you see somebody who's old, they get wrinkles, is because they're losing life force. Because they're not taking care of the body. They're not fasting, they're not cleansing. So they're losing life force. Death has nothing to do with you wrinkling and looking old and being sick. Death just means the consciousness is just out. That's what death means. Consciousness is out. So that's it. You can be having a fucking dream and then you just in a dream and then you don't even wake up. So that's what it means. It doesn't mean all that other shit is because you're not taking care of the fucking body. So like they got everything. They got everything twisted. This is why I say it's important to like really like have an open mind when it comes to this shit. This is all from fasting, qigong, and yoga. Making it a lifestyle, doing it daily. That's all it is. And obviously, if you're eating food, you want to eat healthy. But eating healthy, like me, I don't like a lot of food. This is why I don't really talk about food and diet, because most food I don't fucking like. Like I'm not speaking for you guys. This is just for me. So please don't think like I'm speaking for everyone. Like, I'm not supposed to need anything. I'm not supposed to eat nothing or eat. That's why I don't like a lot of shit. I don't like. I don't like most fruit. I don't like. I can't eat strawberries. That shit just too damn tangy. Fucking most fruit I just don't like. Only fruit I can really fuck with is watermelon, apples, and bananas. And I can only fuck with the envy apples. Other than that, that's the only fruit I can fuck with. I can't fuck with nothing else. And I just eat that. And even then, I eat that and I'll be good. But me, I'm in the process of weaning myself off of food. So that's what it is for me. So I'm not speaking for everyone. Everyone has to do it, but that's why I don't talk about diet, because diet is I eat like when they have these sea moss drinks or these fucking turmeric ashwagandha shake with fucking acai berry powder and all this crap. When they have all that shit, I try it, a kombucha and crap. I'll try it and my body reacts horrible to it. Like that shit, some of that shit is worse than if I eat some fucking like regular fucking GMO shit in some cases. Like I don't know, like it just doesn't sit right with me. A lot of that shit, like sea moss. Sea moss. I advise nobody to drink sea moss. Sea moss is a poison. The Masons, they and the Jews, they did some type of witchcraft to make people like drink that poison and shit. That sea moss is not healthy. Don't drink that fucking shit. And somebody may say, "Well, I drank sea moss and I got better." Bitch, I don't give a fuck. A fucking crackhead did fentanyl and they got fucking their depression gone. So that's a cure right there for getting rid of your depression and getting rid of all your traumatizing thoughts of your fucking daddy beating the shit out of your raggedy, dusty ass. So, like, what are you talking about? I don't give a fuck about that. Like, is it ethical? Okay, but I know it's working fast for me because my mind is more free. That's good. Yeah, you're supposed to. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like that. As you keep doing it, it just it's like a like a leech, not a leech, like you imagine like an infection. Like it slowly eats at the body. That's how the energy with the qigong. Each day you do it, it like that feeling you get of relaxation in the beginning. It like leeches onto you, and then it gets deeper, and then month after month, it becomes a part of you, and like that's just you. It's like that feeling that you have, and it just then you're just able to actually be yourself. Like it's like it's deep. Like I don't even want to say because this has nothing. This energy is supposed to aid you to become spiritual. I'm not saying this is a spiritual energy. This is an energy that's supposed to aid you to help you be whoever you want. So if you're a basketball player, if you're hockey, if you fucking spiritual, if you're a teacher, whatever you are, this energy is supposed to amplify and make you a better version of that. So it can only make you a better version of who you are already. That's really what this energy is. If you're an asshole, you want to use this for negativity, it's gonna make you a better version of that. But you gotta have repercussions and karma. But like this has nothing to do with no good or bad, or this is some type of good energy, or this is just energy. It's like a knife. I can stab you with it, or I can cut some fucking filet mignon and serve a fucking hot plate to somebody. Oh, you say you can see your biofilm? That's what's up. I can feel it. Like me, I can feel the fuck out of that shit. Like especially there's this one. I'm gonna show you guys this one move. It's like you really feel it. Like you put your hands to the side and you just slowly move your hands and you really that the energy is really you can really feel it. Yeah. And every time you guys start the Qigong workout, like what you guys should do is twist your neck. You know how I do the neck twisting where I just twist my neck? Just do that for like about 3 minutes. Do each side. And I press like a minute and a half for each side. Just do it like in circles and just do it really slow like this. And make sure you're looking in the direction. Like get every area of your neck. Every area of your neck. And just keep doing that over and over. And then do it to the other side and then do it like 10 times this side, 10 times the other side, and then do the shoulders. This is going to loosen up the neck and allow the energy to flow through. It's going to align the spine as well. It's going to align it. So when you do this, you're going to notice your head is more sturdier. So this energy that's coming in is able to flow even better. So you should do before every workout, do the neck and do your shoulders. I do the hip one. The hip one, I'll do that one. I'm sure you guys see me do that one. And then the knees, and then they have the shoulder one where you do this, and then you do this one. The shoulder one, like just I'll probably do that one next. I'll probably do one in a couple days. I'll do a Qigong workout. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, what's good? Shout out to Mooney Mercury. What's good with it? Yeah, let me read some of these comments over here. Especially when I play sports, there's too much to science lostness. I knew there was some internal fitness practice. Yeah, I don't like science at all. I don't fuck with science. I literally think all science, like unless I'm not gonna say all, because I guess like there's a science to build this vehicle, so we can't debunk that because I'm in this fucking vehicle and it's driving me. So I wouldn't even want to count that as science, to be honest. You could say technological science, computer science, but as far as like science that's trying to break down the universe and reality, get the fuck out of here. Like that, they don't know that. I don't even think science can even really break it down. Like that's some spiritual shit. There's certain things there's not evidence like science. You always need to present with science. So because science, all science tries to do is catch a repeating pattern in the reality, and once it can catch that repeating pattern, then that becomes what they say is a theory or some shit. But the thing is, like that repeating pattern is eventually not going to repeat itself. That's why they have to change the theory. So it's fucking stupid because you can't get the same thing in nature like that. Like even when you want to talk about a car or a vehicle or like a computer, even that is a theory too because yeah, they built it, but you can build a. Who said you have to build a computer like that? Who said you have to build a car like that? You can build a car or computer any other way. That's why when you build a when you have a car, you have to get a register. But what if you built a car? You still gotta get a register. So like, why you gotta get something registered? If I build it a different way, is that considered a car? uh, he said, "What about people who don't really care about their diet but have as much youth and energy breatharians? I think it's deeper just physical mean. Obviously, it is. Obviously, it's way more deeper than that. At the same time, like there was time like when I was in my days when I was just doing popping pills and eating junk food and shit, I was way more smarter than people. Like I don't even research and do a lot of like the same shit most people do. And I'm sure there's things that you don't do that when it comes to these bots and people in your family that they do and they have to work at. So it's with everything, which is then just diet. If you think about it, some people flush $100 bills down the toilet and they always have money in their bank account. regardless if it's from a trust fund or they dad, they still got the thing. So that's what everything in life. Things are always going to be exceptions and things that are just on different. But at the end of the day, the thing that all relates is we all have some shit we gotta change in our life. So we should just worry about what we have to change and not what, and like, so if, because if we don't change it and we see somebody else thriving who's doing the thing that we need to change, we may say, oh well, they can. That's why I go hard when I go hard, so I don't get misconstrued and led down a path to be like, oh, I can just eat whatever because this person's doing it, and then I fuck around and then be in a worse position. But I see what you're saying though, because there are some people who have youth and energy, and they're not breatharian. But like me, for example, I have a good physique. I work out. I haven't worked out for over 2 years. And when I was working out, I was eating junk food and I was fast. I was fasting here and there, but when I wasn't fasting, I was eating junk food. And I'm lean as fuck. I've never done cardio or nothing. So it's like some people will look at me. I see other people that go to the gym and they'll be working out and then every day and getting protein shakes and drinking C4 and pre-workout, and they would tell me you got to eat 5,000 calories a day and you got to eat this, and they were literally like, you're not building no muscle, you're on steroids and shit. They'll say that shit to me and I'm like, no, I'm not, because they assume that, oh yeah, you look ripped so you have to. So it's like it's just life in general. I just focus on what I got to do and what's going on with me and shit, because even if I do see somebody who's eating healthy and is intelligent with it, I'll lie to myself and be like, I'll lie to myself and be like, oh, he still ain't shit, just to motivate me to go hard at what I got to go hard at. Like, it's just all witchcraft I'm doing in my mind. You see what I'm saying? Like, I can care less. But shout out to Mooney Mercury. Yeah, but it's most definitely the physical, definitely deeper than the physical means. It's way deeper than that. And he's like, I think your state of being is more important, low key, than what we consume or not. That's the correct, but that's the thing though. When it comes to me, my state when I consume affects my state of being. When I talk to these breatharians, what they consume affects their state of being. So it just depends on, I feel like, who you are and what your spirit came down here to do. And like, cause like you guys gotta understand, like, mind you, like when I talk about all this is not a 9 to 5. This is not a job for me. This is not something like I don't like to do. Like, if I didn't like to do it, I wouldn't do it. Anything you don't want to do, don't do. You see what I'm saying? They don't even do it. And you guys may say, well, what if you have to do it? Well, eventually you will do it. Because when you don't do it, the universe will just whip your ass to a point one day where you're going to have no choice but to go through pain or do it. And doing it is going to feel better. So you're going to end up doing it regardless. So don't do what you don't want to do until you got to do it. But I do all this just because I like doing it. So when I don't consume shit, it's not like I'm forcing myself. I literally like doing this. Because I notice when I consume junk food and things that are bad for me, I will feel sick. I'll feel nauseated, like, because I can taste the chemicals. Like, and it's not. I've noticed it's not the food per se. It's the chemicals in the food. Because if I go to eat, let's just say I go to like a high end restaurant and I spend like fucking, like, just get something premium, like spend like $50 for a steak dinner. If I eat that, my stomach won't hurt. But if I go like to fucking eat some cheap ass steak from a grocery store, I can feel kind of nauseated. And it's the same with candy. Like, if when I ate Hershey's like years ago, that shit got me fucking like, I had to throw that shit up out of my mouth because I thought it was a chocolate. It was the chemicals, because I ate some like high end Hershey from like this chocolate shop. It was like $15 for like a small ass bar, and it didn't hurt my stomach. So it's like, I think it is the quality. It's the quality of the shit. It's like 99% of food is crap, because 99% of people are broke and don't want to spend that much money on food. So all these corporations want to make money, so they have to release cheap food. This is why even in China, a lot of the people in China are like, the rich people in China don't even like living there. They'll come to America because like everything is fake there, because they can't sell nothing. It's hard to get real shit. Even a pig, even like cattle, clothes, food, everything is fake. it's sold as they label it as real, but it's really fake. So it's like, yeah, but it is what it is. Like everything is just fake. I forgot where I was going with that, but kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah. But yeah, he's right though. Your state of being is more important. But I do this for the state of being. That's the thing. When I don't have a state of being, when I'm like in a low state of being, is when I'm consuming shit. And that's what everybody like at the same time. Like you can't say like, oh, that's being dependent on physical, because at the end of the day, everybody, we're all have something. Like you watch spiritual videos, or you may don't like hanging around certain people. You may like there's things in your life that you have to cut off. There's everybody has to cut off something. There's nothing in anyone's life that we all have we can just keep doing. There's things we have to make sacrifices and cut off, even if it comes down to the concept of not handling our shit. Like sometimes you have to cut off that concept of not handling your shit and start handling your shit. So it's always something we have to cut off in life. And I notice when I consume a lot, like the more I have, the more I feel that I'm boggled down, and I feel more like this is not just with food. This is with everything. Because when I first started researching and looking into breatharianism, I noticed one thing about breatharians or people, because I don't consider myself a breatharian. I don't consider myself shit. I just say breatharian because these are the closest people that are doing what I'm doing as far as not eating, and they're building this energy, and they even have a word and a mechanism and a science behind what they're doing called building up prana or chi. That's how they call it, but I call it my own thing. But when I started looking at these breatharians and all these fucking these people, what motivated me to do this is I don't need anything. I don't need I don't like, cuz I will see them and then they won't need shit, or they'll just be in a just doing their meditations, or they don't have as much. Like there's this dude, he's a millionaire, he has money, he sold all his shit. He don't need it. And then I thought he's just doing it just to flex, or just he's just trying to prove a point, or he's just forcing himself because he's trying to be spiritual. But then he's like, I generally don't want this shit. And I thought he's just saying it. But then as I'm tapping into this energy right there, and like I'm just having realization, like I don't, like I have a lot of shit, but I don't want it. I don't care about shit. Like I low key feel insecure. Like I remember like you know when you have money, when you don't have money and you want something from the store and you can't afford it, you feel insecure. Like, man, I wish I had some money. Like me, when I have money to get something, like even if I was rich, I feel insecure because I'm like, why do I need that? Like the other day, it was hot. A few weeks it was hot, and I had to go get a fan. I was like, why do I need a fan? If I had this I was building this energy, I wouldn't even need a fan. I wouldn't even need to be high, because there's a certain level, but then you go where your body temperature, because the heat is generated within you, so you're able to maintain body temperature in the hot or cold. So I was like, why do I need a fan? I gotta go buy a fan, or why do I gotta go buy a drink? I gotta get this fruit. I gotta eat this. Like, why do I have all these clothes? Like, why do I always need to go buy clothes? Why am I like, I feel insecure and feel wrong, and like I don't feel, it just feels kind of like I feel weak. And this is me personally. Like this is like another thing I'm speaking of. Like that's the thing when Mooney Mercury said all this stuff. I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for everyone. Everyone has to do their own thing at the end of the day. That's why I do what I want to. I do. So you do what you want. I do what I do. We all do what we got to do. So I just got to put that out there. I don't want people to think like I'm trying to force everyone that, oh, it's about not physical. It's about just not eating, and it's about actually getting yourself in a certain mindset. I always promote. It's about getting yourself into that certain awareness, conscious level, and I do that by doing my fasting, breatharianism, and all the work. Everyone has their own way of doing it, but everything I talk about on this channel related is to get ourselves to that awareness. What Mooney Mercury was saying, that's all, everything I talk about. And some people, they and even like some people, this is just, it doesn't have to be about getting yourself to aware, just things that can help your life. It could be somebody who's not even into spirituality like that, who finds my channel, and they it just helps them be a better fucking lacrosse player. Like that's fine. Enjoy your life and take it. At least they're learning something from it and becoming healthier. Like it's better than just being on the fucking couch and not. So that's how I see it. But when I speak about like all the stuff like about me not needing and breatharianism and not eating and consuming, this is from my perspective and people who relate to me out there. Because I noticed there's some people who do relate in going through what I'm going through. I've seen synchronicity. There's certain things subscribers have told me about themselves and it correlated to me. I've never said it, but like it correlated to me in certain, so I know certain things I'm saying is for certain people. So like, but do what's for you. I'm not trying to force anyone to be no breatharian or whatever. Like I'm just speaking from my perspective. So like when I seen that the breatharian dude and like he's like he doesn't need, and I'm like I'm starting to understand like okay, I'm seeing what he's saying, because the more energy you build, the more content you are with just the now. Like anytime, like I'm starting to realize every day, like anytime you're worrying about the past or the future, and even in a positive way, like oh, you're about to get $10,000 next month and you're looking forward to it, you should be happy with right now. That means you have a blockage, because if you really fully release those blockages, you're going to be fully content right now, and then you're not going to yearn for the future or the past. You're going to be able to be in the present 100%. Then when you're in the present 100%, you can just start building and creating and getting the solutions and problems situated. I'm not saying bad things aren't going to happen, but when something bad happens, you have a choice on how you feel about that situation. You can work on yourself to develop it where it doesn't affect you as much, and you can keep going and thriving. So that's all I'm trying to like tell you guys. Like this shit's real. Like Mooney is about what frequency your mind is on. From there, you can direct what reality you experience or not. Exactly. That's why, like a lot of you guys, you already know what you need to do. Like if you have to always, if you're in a state of asking, like, what do I need to do next, then that means you have a blockage or you're not really fully there. Because once you really are in that state of creator state, then you know exactly what you need to do. And it's like, and I'm not saying I'm fully in that state, because I'm not, but I can kind of see like the buildup. Because to reach that state, everyone is different depending on who you are spiritually, what you've been through, how long you've been even doing shadow work. It all depends how much you gotta. You say, oh, day 3, day 30, key gone. Okay, that's what's up. You've been doing it 30 days. That's what's up. Yeah, I've been doing it almost 60 days. September 3rd, it'll be 2 months. So a few more days, it'll be 2 months. I've been doing it straight. I've been doing it 2 times a day, the morning and the night, or morning and afternoon. So yeah, the energy it builds with the like each time the more you do, like after 30 days, each workout you do feels way more intense. Like you really get into the movement and the energy. You really feel the energy build up. Yeah. Fun fact about Egon, the Asian shadow government exterminating niggas in mid 1300s and about them back. That's what's up. That's crazy. I'm not saying that's what's up, but like that, like it just shows you the power in this technique. Like, because you notice how they don't teach anybody. They don't teach. Like, why didn't we learn this in PE class? And if you all you guys who aren't in the US, the PE is like a sports class where you do like sports and gym and like dodgeball, and you just do different sports, football. Like, why didn't they do this shit in what's it called in back in the day in PE? Like it didn't even have to be an intense qigong. It could be like something simple, like a little small movement. It's not even. It's not inappropriate. It's not dangerous. If it's an instructor, they're telling the kids how to do it. And it's fun. It makes you feel like you think about it. Why won't they do it? I can see kids liking to do it. It's just most kids they don't know how to do it. Like it's funny how back in the day when I was young, I remember they'll say, "What do you want to be when I grow up?" When you grow up, and I say, "I don't know." And then like you got to choose something. You got to choose something. I'm like I don't want to be anything. But it wasn't that I didn't want to be anything. It just stated that the options they gave me wasn't shit. Like I don't want to be no bum ass firefighter. I don't want to work in no fucking office. I don't want to fucking be a zookeeper. I don't want to do any of that dumbass stupid shit. But they give you all these things, and then when you don't want to choose, they make you look like you're lazy or you're a failure. It's like, no, bitch, you didn't tell me all my fucking options. Because the other options I would have chosen, your parents and the stupid fucking faggot faculty at the school, they don't agree with. They don't agree with it, such as astrology, qigong, yoga, knowledge of self. They look at that as the devil, so they're gonna only tell you stupid, dumb shit. And then if you don't acquiesce with that, then you're at fault. It's your problem. It's your problem. It's you're at fault. You're lazy. And it's like, no, you're not even telling people what they need to do. Like you see these dumbass old niggas and I'll be like, oh, the kids need to do this. The kids like, shut the hell up. All you telling the kids is to go to school. You're not presenting the kids with a solution to nothing. But then you want the kids to somehow do something great. But then when they act up, you'll blame them. But you can't give them a solution. You just tell them to go to school and that's it. That's how niggas in the hood do. Read some bum ass nigga who worked at the factory his whole life, and you better not say nothing about that because that's disrespecting your elders. But then he'll tell the kid, "Oh, go to school." But what does school get you? You just a miserable and unhealthy just worker. I don't get it, man. That's why I just he's like them PEs in school rocked us to sleep with stretching. It wasn't even real stretching. It was like bullshit stretching. It wasn't even yogic stretching or nothing. It was just some little small stretching, and there was some other dumb shit. Like they had us play like run track and then play dumbass sports. But the gym was probably the only thing that was good there. And then like I guess like if you like the sports and shit, like the basketball, if you like that or if that's what you were playing in high school, it was good. But yeah. But yeah, this Qigong though, this shit is. I need to fight. I need to figure out. I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna do another session tomorrow. But I'm gonna. It's gonna be a custom session that I created. Like this is gonna be a custom session. I'm gonna create a custom session. And yeah, this is gonna be a good one. There's a lot of moves I want to show you guys. There's a lot of moves like to do different ways to channel the energy in. Can you make a martial art Qigong? I don't know martial arts. And I'm pretty sure, I think Tai Chi is martial art Qigong. Yeah. I don't really look too much into like, on the end of the day, I just look at what it is, with the movements. I'm not really into like the names and the words and like, I like to keep it simple. Like, I look at it like as energy cultivation. I'm building energy and that's it. I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to join. Yeah. But when you do this though, it's very important to keep doing it because in the beginning you'll all the energy you build you can lose in the beginning. So you want to be doing it consistently for a while. Like to be honest, like I look at it and because the other day I was thinking and I was like tomorrow I got to do my qigong and I'm like in my mind I'm kind of stressing like am I going to be able to do it or like I'm not like because I'm looking because I'm feeling hoping like there's no I'm thinking of it like I'm not I'm still in the program of looking at it as it's something that I'm doing instead of a lifestyle because like it because when I wake up in the morning I always do my qigong but then people will be in my way and shit like I feel like kind of agents just trying to take me off track to try to put things in my way so I don't do it but what I do, how I keep on schedule is I program myself to look at like because you wake up in the morning, you wash your face, you eat, you brush, you shit. It's the same fucking thing. And I'm looking at like if you're a breatharian, you're not eating, you're saving so much time, money, energy, and just to do that is really nothing. And like once you do it for like, cause right now I like doing it, but it's like I feel like there's so many distractions that try to keep me from doing it. Like there'll be people in my way, or I'll be doing it, motherfuckers say something, you looking, or it just hella annoying. So it's like I could tell like there's sometimes there'll be kind of distractions. So it's like the fact that I feel like, oh, I hope I don't miss a workout. I, it shouldn't even be like that. But that's the programming of me feeling like I gotta. I'm doing something. Like this is why you want to make everything a lifestyle. Because a lot of you guys are so used to, and even myself, like I'll be so used to living a life of just like not really doing something consistent. So when you do something consistent, you will try to. It'll feel like you can't do it or some shit, or you'll think that there's people trying to block you or some shit. But it is what it is.
Yo, can you hear me?
What's good with it?
What's
Yep, I can
good?
hear you.
What's good?
What's
I
up?
appreciate you download. I appreciate you having that one key gong vid you got, cause like, bro, like, I don't want to say you saved my career into on some shit, but it's like, I definitely, you definitely helped my athletic performance like go skyrocket from like this key gong. So okay, this is a testimony. I was hitting the
Mm,
bag, right? I hit the bag pretty hard, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then you know, I usually don't hit. I usually like, it takes me a build up so I can hit the bag hard, a warm up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so yesterday I did qigong, right? I was like, oh okay, I'm gonna do my little qigong, But yesterday I did it right because the day before I was hitting the bag, I was like, I'm feeling kind of weak hitting this bag. Now that after I did qigong and then my movements are way more fluid and I have energy build up, like I was tapping the bag and that bag was moving way back. I was
Oh,
like,
what?
I was like, yo, what? I was like, what? So I was like, okay, I was a little bit skeptical. I went back today to practice martial arts. Dude, I was so bad at kicks. Today when I practiced kicks, my grandpa was like, hit the bag with kicks. I hit the bag. I didn't even know it was that hard. I was just moving fast. It was like, boom. My grandpa
Yeah.
felt that. My
C-
grandpa
c-
felt that. I was like, yo, what? I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, hold up. Go ahead.
It amplified your what you already were good at. You already knew how to kick the bag, and you had this trend to just it amplifies. So because your limb you're feeling your energy body more,
Mhm,
so you're not so physical, you're not feeling your physical, you're not moving your physical body so much, so the energy that you're generating, it's like it's helping you push.
mhm,
So it's like that energy is helping you. It's like it's deep, like you're changing the way the fascia works, the fascia muscle, you're
mhm.
strengthening that, so now when you move your body, it's more efficient. You're not moving your body from like
Yo,
such a
what?
from a intense physical point. You're moving it
Mhm,
more from like a flow state. So therefore,
mhm,
like you're able, it comes off as your leg feels lighter, like it's easier
mhm,
to kick or
mhm,
something. So that's why you're able,
mhm.
because you're training like the fascia muscle.
Yo, what? Cause like I had did yoga the night before. Yoga works extremely well. I didn't even know that. Like I kept on sleeping on yoga. But I tried this thing called hard qigong. So what I did hard qigong. That's the only martial art qigong I ever found on YouTube. The rest were just like stuff for breathing, you know. I did hard qigong. So after I did hard qigong, I did a workout. Bruh, usually I struggle with pull-ups for some reason. I'll bust out 15 pull-ups in a row. I bust out 15 pull-ups in a row, 20. I was like, I could do more if my body didn't give out. Cause I'm
Yeah.
stressing. I bust out 15 pull-ups And I went out like I almost coasted through the whole workout if I didn't get
Yeah,
like if my body wasn't like, hey, yo, chill out. You know, you doing a little too much. I was
yeah,
like, I was like, damn, bro, like this Qigong shit is no joke. Keep in mind, I was already an athlete, but
yeah.
like, but like this
It
is
helps you more when I when
yeah.
I when I walk when I walk like I be walking at around the park or around where I stay, and
Hmm.
like it's like I have a more jolt to my step. Like I'm able to
Hmm.
walk faster without even trying. So
Hmm.
I'm walking like for like a long period, and I don't even get tired. It's like my legs got fucking motors on them. I'm just walking, and it's like just man, I'm not even running or walking fast. I'm just walking normal, and it feels more jolt.
Hmm. Whoa,
Yeah,
that's interesting you say that because it's like the Qigong, like it was funny because my breathing even got better. Like I have more stamina than I ever had in my life. Like what I mean by that is like I don't even get as tired as I used to. Like get easily tired, like I used to. But what I mean that by that is like okay, I'll be like sitting on the ground tired after like a good set or whatnot. Now that
yeah,
don't even exist no more. It's like it kind of exists, but it's like a faint thing. And then
yeah.
I noticed when I did qigong and I just allowed my mind to believe in it because like but despite people's beliefs, I did a little bit of research. You have to go internal to external. Like you actually have to believe in the practice for it to
Yeah.
legitimately work.
Yeah, you
Versus,
got to activate some type of like awareness in a way where, like, because there was a time when I did it back in 2021. I said in my last live stream, I did it. I didn't feel anything, and then I stopped doing it for like almost like about over 2.5 years. I stopped doing it, and then I tried it again back in December, and then that's when I started feeling something. And from that point till then, I was fasting a lot. I was doing yoga, and then I was cleansed more because when I did it in
mm,
2021, I felt really like clogged up and depressed. I had a lot of blockages back then, way more. So I couldn't. It was hard. I didn't feel it. I gave up. But then when I started doing it, I felt more better, and then I was able to feel the energy. And then like now I'm here, and it's like I feel you got to activate that energy though.
yo,
Like I,
yeah,
yeah,
that's what I believe, and I humbly believe that despite the goofy ass memes, I think Ultra Instinct exists, but it's not like what we think. It's like you gotta
what's that?
control. Ultra Instinct is like it's a Dragon Ball Z form where it's like it's basically
Oh,
like Super Saiyan. It's Super Saiyan, but without Goku going Super Saiyan. It's really the same allegory. You power up.
okay.
You power up using your chi. You get it?
Mm, yeah.
So I really believe all that exists. I'm not too far into Qigong to where I could unlock a new form to where I fight. Yeah, like I'm beating everyone. Shit, they might fucking drug test me or some shit if I do that.
Yeah. Just
But
keep at it. Just keep doing it
yeah.
every day. And like I'm saying, it's going like this is and it's beyond just physical. This is spiritual, mental.
Hmm.
Like it just like it helps you even when that's another thing I want to talk about at the end of the workout when we're programming the chi, and in the beginning have like an intention what you want this energy to do. Like always have that intention, and especially at the end. That's it's because this chi you can use this chi to send energy to shield, protect yourself. It's an energy. Like when at the end of the workout, when I have the energy ball, that's an energy ball. Like put your good intentions, and you can send. You can even send healing. Why you think those people who do Reiki they heal people with their hands? That's because they have a lot of energy. You notice when you do this qigong, you start feeling energy coming from your hand. Like you just
Yeah.
put your hand out and you feel because you can. There's a practice I'm going to show you guys. It's a healing. At the end of the workout, we just stand. I just stand like this. We're going to just stand like this with both our hands out, and you just project healing onto somebody that you want to send energy to somebody.
Hmm. Bro, like that it's like and I also feel like everybody has a Qigong gift, a chi gift. And
That's a good one.
and like I came to this awareness because I practiced Qigong like 4 months ago. It was like for a few days. And then now for a few days. And then I'm coming to awareness is like, okay, what if people got Qigong gifts like my gift is I'm able to manipulate my qigong at will and to like kind of harness it to where I want it to. Somebody else could be more of a healer, you know,
Yeah.
because my gifts and ability is more athletic. So with your athleticism, you don't want to use all your power so you blow out your arm, right? You want to use it where it's effective. You get me?
Yeah.
So like when I was doing this qigong, I was like, yo, like why hasn't no UFC fighter used this? And then I come to realize, oh, I see why. Because like stuff like you see on the YouTube videos and shit, that's getting clowned on and shit. Like that's not being
Yeah,
taken serious.
yeah, like it's like a mind, it's like a programming. Like people, it's not even that people will be like, oh, I don't do Qigong because it's lame. It just they just don't look into it, or if they see somebody doing it, they attribute it to like it's some Jackie Chan martial arts shit, and it's they don't look at it for like what it is.
Hmm.
They look at it like it was martial arts or it's there to relax you. Like they'll I always hear stuff like I'll look up qigong videos and they'll be like 10-minute qigong session to relax yourself before work, and then they just market it and promote it like it's something to just relax and some type of like it's like a cup of coffee. You just relieve yourself of stress and then you keep going. It's like it's this is a science. You build energy and you can. It's deeper than just that. It's just like going to the gym and building a muscle body or going to fucking build like anything that you do. Like you're like an athlete.
Right,
Like you build
right,
your skill. Like you doing that for like the long run so you can get benefits from it. Like that's
right.
what qigong is. It's not like you just do it just for like the same way. Yeah, they do it with yoga too. They make yoga look like it's a certain way. And I used to even clown on my first Anofe channel when my channel was Anofe. I
Hmm.
clowned on yoga. Like that was back in 2018, 19. I was like clowning on it, acting like it's like this new age. But the reason I was clowning on it is because of the program, like how they have it set up. But in reality, all of these things just help you become a better person. It helps you feel better and be healthier. That's all that really matters. Who cares
Hmm.
how it looks? Like
Hmm. Right,
people look at how it looks, and the reason they look at it a certain way is because how they promote it and they make it. Because like back in the day, yoga key, like you somebody said in the comments, the Asian they in Asia they'll what did he say? Niggas in the mid 1300s bought practices back to
oh, that
study
was
in.
me. That
Oh
was
yeah, that
me.
was you. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Asian shadow government exterminate. Yeah, you said it like in the same with yoga. They didn't even teach the poor people yoga, and at least this is what I've heard and seen. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but based on what they've said, they didn't teach the poor people yoga, and it was a hidden practice. And that was back then they hid it, but nowadays we in a new time, so they have to hide it differently. They can't hide it like that no more. So how they hide it now is making it look like it's corny. So now you wasting your whole life clowning on it, where that could be the thing that helps you. Like
Right.
imagine, like you see how good it helped you with your punch and your kick. Imagine if you were in your ego like a lot of these bots, and you're like, oh fuck that shit, and you slept on it. You could have been missing out, and you wouldn't even.
Yo, yo, for real. I could attest because when I saw you do qigong, I thought, man, that shit goofy. Then I opened up my mind a little bit. I'm like, okay, let me actually do this shit because like I'll be skeptical on the internet because like all these new age spiritual people, they like scammers and stuff, and like
Hmm.
so I actually tried it. I'm like, yo, bro, like it was like scary the amount of results I saw. Like it was like even right now, like I move my body a certain way, and it's like it's fluid movement, and
Yeah,
it's
it's fluid.
yeah, and
That's how
it's
you're
like
supposed to move.
yeah, yeah,
Like
and
that. That's exactly.
I was like, yo, I was thinking to myself, I was like,
Even if you try to dance, like some people be dancing out. You can like do certain. You know how those people be dancing and they look so fluid and shit.
yeah,
Like they be moving their body.
yeah,
It feels like you can move your body like that because you fluid. You working that it's deep.
yo, like I definitely felt that, and my grandpa, he kind of believes in that cheese stuff, but I just broke it down to him. It's like, okay, basically all it is really harnessing your body energy and like force. But the
Hmm.
reason why I kind of slept on it is because I did sports, and then sports science was always indoctrinated in my head. Like, oh, you gotta lift weights. You gotta sleep at a certain time. You gotta warm up. You know,
Yeah,
all this stuff. You gotta build it up before become a peak athlete. But
yeah,
really, all it is like it's not like it's like this, right? All the practices I've been taught were like way too external, like lifting weights. Um, what else? Going to sleep, stretching. Well, really, it's really internal. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for an internal answer to all these like
yeah,
lifting weights. Because anybody, bro, when I tell you, bro, these workouts I be doing in the gym, bro. Okay, yeah, squatting. Okay, good. Okay, they're effective, but if you really think about it, you walking outside and hanging on a monkey bar can make you stronger. And they're like, oh, people miss this hidden art of hanging on top of a monkey bar. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah.
you got 1,000 different workouts. When people are missing the point of like, okay, does this workout work for you and your body? Like, I'm starting not to trust freaking sports science no more.
I never
And
trusted sports science. Even when it came to bodybuilding and how much you should eat, they used to tell me I need to eat like 4,000 calories. Like you need to eat 4,000 calories. This is when I was like, because I used to be extremely skinny, like way skinnier.
Mhm.
Like, and I was going to the gym for a few years just building muscle, and then they'll tell me, oh, you need to eat 5,000 calories, and then when I eat a lot of food, the amount of muscle I gained was the same amount of muscle I ate when I ate like one meal. So I never really listened to sports science. They'll push all this BCA and all these, because the one thing about the sports science is it's controlled by Masons. So they, everything that they can attach themselves to, they have to like put some type of like poisonous, they have to taint it with their bullshit. So if they're attached to bodybuilding, they have to put bullshit like you got to eat 5,000 calories. You can't do this. You like all this other shit. You can't be on a fruitarian diet. You have to eat meat and shit. Like they always have to do shit like that because it's Masonic and it's all programmed. This is why Cali Muscle, if you follow him, he was in the bodybuilding community. He started speaking about being a fruitarian and he stopped taking steroids. He was one of the first people to say I don't take steroids, and he was showing people his fucking prescription for steroids. And they shadow banned him and they fucking made trolls go on his page and everything because he was ruining the industry. And there was this fucking it was a fucking a supplement owner, and he has a vendetta. He's like, for the until the day I die, I'm always gonna tear you down, Cali Muscle. I'll never forget you. Like he literally said this shit because he's a supplement owner, and he said Cali Muscle ruined his business. He said Cali Muscle ruined his business. So that nigga got hella mad, and now he's like on a vendetta to get that nigga out of here. So it's
Damn,
crazy.
damn.
Yeah, this is a supplement owner, and he's all talking about how Cali Muscle's telling people that his supplements give him cancer, which they do, but it's hurting his. It's gonna hurt. Actually, it has hurt his money. He still has his business, but ever since Cali Muscle went on that, I'm sure he lost sales because Cali Muscle's saying like Cali Muscle even got rid of his whole supplement company. So that's what pissed the dude off. So yeah, that I don't trust anything with science in it. They're all crooked. They're slimy.
Ooh, damn. And the reason why I say that is because, like, I was looking at the Qigong and the stretching and yoga. I'm like, there's dead ass no difference between the dumbass stretches we do before a football practice than yoga. It's honest.
It's actually easier with Qigong. It's
Yeah,
easier
yeah,
and gives you more energy.
yeah, exactly. Like, it was funny because it was like, I was like, bro, there is no way that like they full on gonna have these like little measly stretches. You know, they work for a certain while, but it's like,
Yeah.
I'll be asking myself, okay, if everybody stretches, then why every time I'm done with the workout, I'm always tight. They like, you need to stretch more, you need to stretch twice. I'm like, that's confusing to me. So this human body is made to be stiff all the time, like.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But you gotta understand though the reason why they don't the reason because I feel I know the reason why they don't promote it is because when I talk about it being able to take the body to like those heights, like if people were doing it every day all the time, then people will start tapping into being in certain states of being that the human body can access where the corporations and the systems can't use people's fear anymore, and you they can't control people with food, inflation, and all this other shit. Not saying people won't need any of this stuff, but they'll just be more resilient. So they have to keep people very weak
Right,
so they can, yeah, so they can weak minded, weak body, so then now they can try to make themselves look like they're the savior, and then they make you look like you're an inconvenience. Like they're like, oh, these poor people, they're in the way. But it's like, bitch, you created the situation to make them poor. And then first of all, you came and you put your bullshit system on this land that you kill Indians for, yet you have the audacity to have like to feel like you're inconvenienced by some people on the land that they're there because of you, stupid fuck. You
right,
created that situation.
right. Stupid ass niggas. And
Mm.
another thing about it, I saw this dude. He was like a Qigong Tai Chi type of dude, right? But he
Mm-hmm.
told I looked up his YouTube and stuff like that. But he even told like his YouTube is very surface level. He even told like he even told his like the people I forgot it was a documentary on him. He even told people that he couldn't even teach martial arts Qigong because it was too dangerous. And
Who said that?
I forgot this dude's name, but
Yeah, it was on a show or something. Or
oh no, it was like a YouTube documentary because I was looking up what Qigong and
yeah,
Tai Chi was, and
yeah.
it was like, oh really? Is that dangerous? Because like you
It's
know,
not. The thing about like what's there's so many things in life that's dangerous. Driving a car is dangerous. Eating all this poisonous food is dangerous. Um,
mhm,
like rolling, going on a roller coaster is dangerous. Going to the gym is dangerous. You see those bodybuilding videos of people
yeah,
straining their arms. Playing sports is dangerous. Sports injuries, like anything in life is can be dangerous. Like
hmm
walking home from school, kids come home from school, somebody can kidnap. That's dangerous. Like it's not about what if it's dangerous. It's just like taking precautions.
hmm
Like you got to take a precaution and do know what you're doing. And then that's why you have the teacher there, and then nothing should go wrong if
hmm
you're doing it right.
hmm
If you obviously if you do it wrong, then something's gonna go wrong. But you don't do it wrong if you have somebody to tell you what to do. This shouldn't be a problem.
right. And this is my last question before I head out.
Yeah,
How
probably about
long
to end it.
how long have you been on Qigong? Because I'm planning on making Qigong like a lifelong thing. Like
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
I'm like what I mean lifelong is like okay, even after my sports career, all that, but like I'm also realizing that I could Qigong is like useful for everything. So like how long have you been practicing that?
Uh, I've been doing it right now. September 3rd will be 2 months.
Two
But
months?
yeah, about 2 months I've been doing it. And before I did it for 3 weeks, and then I had stopped, and that was back in December.
Mm-hmm.
But and then March, you guys did I did a video back in March, but I did that for like about I think it was like 3 weeks as well. But this is the longest I've ever done it, and like I just feel like I can't really explain how I feel. I'm sure you already know, but all I know is this: I feel something and it's positive, and I can feel the energy build up, and like I guess I feel like just everything is more amplified, like everything about it, like your thoughts, your mind, your perception, your senses,
Oh yeah,
like
one
yeah.
thing my bad to cut you off. One thing is like I'm able to tap into meditation like that.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. You're able to because you're in that your mind is calm, so you cut that distraction off because you doing this qigong, it trains the mind,
Mhm.
so you're able to focus more. Like this is why I say qigong is meditation because all this time people always used to tell me, "Oh, you need to meditate," and I'm sure you've done it too. You just close your eyes and then you never get into that state, and you're like, "What the fuck are people talking about?" But when you actually did the qigong, you notice you're able to get into that state more. So that's showing you that that's what you need to be doing. Like all of these things from the kick, from the meditation, that's the spirit letting you know that this is a path for you. You should be on it. You don't want to sleep on it because let's just say you sleep on it for 6 months. That's 6 months with the energy that you missed out on. Like
Nah,
I
I
wish
can't
I
be
would.
doing that. I can't be doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah. This is why I wish I would have kept staying on it back in December when I was doing it and I got off of it. But like right now, the only time I would take a break is if I go on an extended fast. Like if I go on a fast like 8, and even then, the more you fast for extended periods, you get your energy up. So the only reason I will go take a break from qigong is if I go like on an extended fast, like let's say 8, 9, 10 days, and I'm feeling low on energy to a point where I can't really like do qigong like that. Then I'll do it, or maybe I'll just make the session shorter. But
Hmm.
that's the only time I'll take a break. Other than that, like it's I can't not do it. It's like I look forward to it because it's like relaxing. And when
Hmm.
you're doing it, you want to make sure you're relaxed. This is not a workout. Do you when you work out, you know how you like don't move your hands
Oh
like
yeah.
that. It's supposed to
Spe-
relax. You're
yeah.
supposed to
Speaking of
be.
that, I found it, like, speaking of that hard workout, I found out there's a qigong to warm up for your workouts.
Mm,
So like
okay.
I didn't even know because I saw the Shaolin monk on YouTube. He blew up after he made that video, by the way, too.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. The one who's on the mountain. He's on like that. He's on like the Buddha Mount Everest. The bald headed monk.
Yeah, the bald head. Yeah, the bald
Yeah,
headed
he's like
monk.
on a. He lives on a mountain and just Yeah, he's always
Yeah,
like in a scenery. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So he had did a video in his room that one time, and there's this thing called hard qigong, where it's like you breathe in, you tense your body up, but like he said that qigong is for like workouts and stuff, and it's like I did a workout after that, and it really helped my workout out. Like I
It was
really,
easier.
yeah,
The workout was quite easy.
it was easier, and I was like, I didn't even know I was getting, like, I know people say, oh, you warm up your body, you get stronger. Well, this qigong was like making me do some stuff where it was like, okay, my body was able to like hold hold a whole bunch of like, it was like
Yeah.
it was getting me through that workout. Like, I didn't have to do no type of dumb workout to be like I'm warm
Yeah,
up.
like it's like it feels like you were like when you're lifting the weights. It feels like you just going through the motion. Like you're not really. It's not you're not really feeling your energy. You're not feeling your physical body as much. It's like you're just flowing. It's just a flow. Like you're able to
Right,
just get through it. You're not feeling so much. It's not so much density in the experience. It's just you're able to
right.
flow because the more you do it, you're gonna be in that light state of being when you're able to just flow and in every. This is when because when you really master qigong, because this is what they call the pranic journey. This is what they call it. It's when you practice fasting, yoga, qigong, or a number of those practices, and you generate this energy to a certain level where you don't need food, water, or you need very little food or water, and you're in a continual state of like contempt. They say bliss, but I don't like to say that because I don't want people to think it's about because it's not about just feeling good and all that. It's all about like evolving. But
Hmm. Right.
you're in a state of just peace, and that's what they call the now moment. Because when you're in that state, because I tapped into it in 2018. I remember I went to the chiropractor, I got my neck adjusted, and that released a lot of energy, and I was just in a state for like I'll say about 20 minutes. It's like I couldn't tell the time, like everything was in the now. I
Hmm.
couldn't really like think about the past or the future because everything was in the now, and everything was just like I'm not saying there's no problems because like a lot of you guys may think like, oh, there's always problems in life. Just because there was a problem doesn't mean there has to be a problem.
Hmm.
So you need to always remember that, like how you respond to something, how you. It's like if somebody shoots me with a gun right now and I don't have a bulletproof vest, it's gonna kill me. But if I have a bulletproof vest, then it's just gonna cause a mark. So
Right.
this meditation, the qigong, all of this is body is shields that we're building. And once your shield is resilient, then the things that life hits you with is you got a shield. And
Hmm.
since you're and if your spiritual shield is strong, then things are gonna happen, but you'll be able to recover and go through them. And when you see something, you're looking at it from like a movie experience. You're not invested into it because this energy will really bring you to a point where you're not attached to this. This is why you see a lot of breatharians and monks who they're not into material,
Hmm.
but the average person who's into material may say, "Oh, I can never do that," and how the fuck can they do that? That life
Oh
must
yeah.
suck. But it's
My,
like
my
these people. Go ahead.
um quick thing, my bad to cut you off, but quick thing about the monks, like
Hmm.
the monks you see nowadays are like really watered down monks. Like
Yeah, I noticed. I seen a bunch of monks at fucking Starbucks getting a latte. Like how the other day it was like about three of them. Three
yo,
of
it's
them.
crazy.
I'm not even kidding. I
Like
seen it.
it's funny because the monks you see nowadays, of course they adapted to modern day technology, but like I heard that the monks back then were like legitimately doing some like supernatural practices to the point where
That
the
was the
shadow,
cheat.
yeah, to the point where the shadow government was like, we gotta get rid of him, and it was like, oh, okay, I see what happened. Cause like how you be seeing those monks do flips and stuff like that,
Yeah.
bro. The
Even like
shadow go.
the kids be like doing some weird stretches and shit, and they be like 10 years old, and they be like fighting hella good, like they've been like living for like 20 years fighting every day.
Mhm. Yeah, 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 that type shit. I end up finding out that they get paid by the government just to do like those little videos and
Yeah,
run little psyops like, oh, okay, this is what kung fu looks like. This is what a Shaolin monk look like. Just for me
yeah,
to just for me to find out they wiped out that the true Shaolin monk way like 300 years ago and some shit. Like it was crazy. It
yeah.
was like absolutely nuts to just find out like, oh dang, so that's like they real practices got wiped clean out and like hidden.
Yeah, they do a lot of stupid shit like that. Like with the monks, I never really researched the monks and stuff like that. But I can see them doing that because they took this energy to certain levels, and they nowadays it's really they don't really have to do that because they got so many distractions in life
Hmm.
that people just won't even go that far. But like that, when you take this energy to that level, then you can do shit like that. Like it's just crazy. You can do a number of things.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave real.
yeah,
You
I'm
know what
about
I'm
to end
saying?
this live stream. This was a good live stream. Shout out to Mysterio. You got a
Yeah,
YouTube channel?
yeah, I got a YouTube channel. Yeah,
Oh,
and
all right, for sure. I didn't even know
yeah,
you did. I'm gonna check it out. I didn't know you had one.
yeah, yeah. I checked out your YouTube channel because like you seem you seem like interesting as in like yours was about like more Eastern type of spirituality, you know, versus like mine and like Dolo were like more westernized spirituality, aka the Indians and natives. You
Hmm.
feel me?
I, I,
You,
I, I wouldn't say mine is Eastern. I wouldn't say it's East because I don't agree with no Eastern. I agree with more
oh,
Western.
or
That's
more
what
Western?
yeah, so I don't agree with the Eastern. It's probably because of the yoga and the qigong,
Oh yeah,
but like
it's probably that. Yeah.
you got to understand though. Don't fuck the words. Like that's why this is why I hate the word qigong, chi, yoga. I
Yeah,
don't
that
like
kind of
these.
threw me off.
I don't like using them, but I'm just trying to get the message out. And as long as I get like for example, you're a testimony. This story you just said on here, I'm gonna probably have to cut it and make it because I like how you said it. If I was tripping about, oh, don't do yoga qigong because it's Masonic and I didn't get the message out because I kept thinking too much, then you probably wouldn't have gotten it. You see how it helped you? So fuck all that crap. Like we'll just use it for right now. Once we get established, then we'll create our own words and lingo for it. But right now, like I'm just gonna just say qigong yoga, like because it comes off because I don't want to be looked at like, oh, I'm like some new agey type person. But at the same time, your story right here just pretty much clarify like what I'm trying to do and what I'm doing with my life and the benefits I've seen and you've seen them, and that's where we're going. Like if you're not getting no benefits from what I'm saying to you from my videos, because my channel I can give you. I'm one of the few channels that give you information that you can better yourself. So if you get past all the rhetoric and all the cussing and shit, I give you things that can you can help you. Yoga, fasting, all of this, and then it can help better you. So that's one thing I'm glad. So I'm glad you came on here because a lot of people they watch YouTube videos and then they don't get nothing from it, and they'll get knowledge, but they already know it or they can't really apply it or it doesn't benefit them. This is something you can apply, and then it's a good start because this right here will motivate you and get you open up your mind to be greater more like like you said it's helping you with your athleticism. That's crazy. So if you can imagine this in 6 months from now you doing this is why I say don't sleep on this energy because that's energy. Each day you don't do it, that's energy you're missing out on. So you want to just make sure like look at it like it's money because this technically is money. When you build enough of this energy this is your ATM because it'll manifest a situation where you're in
Oh
abundance.
yeah,
You have because it translates to money.
yeah, oh
You know,
yeah, for sure, for sure. I could
you
I'm
might
I'm
even
work.
get your athletic. You might even get your athletic career to the point you can get paid for it, or not even. That doesn't have to be NBA or national
Yeah,
sports. It could be
I'm
like
gonna tell you.
YouTube.
Yeah,
You could be playing
freaking
on. Yeah.
freaking I'm gonna definitely be a fitness trainer and teach this, and I'm definitely my athletic career where I'm headed. I'm planning on becoming a UFC fighter, and
Mm.
yeah, a lot of UFC fighters they're automatically lost into the left brain version of martial arts, and it's a whole. You already know how the Masons do it. Like they get you lost
Yeah.
into oh, you gotta work out this and this days. You gotta study film. You know this that
But
and the third.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just look at it like if you've ever planned at UFC, that gives you more of a better edge over them. Or when you want to be a fitness trainer, that's something you can teach with your fitness to make it your own. So now you're known for something. You're not just one of these thousands of fitness people. You got your own method, and people gotta you gotta be known for it. So you
mhm,
stand out now. This is why you don't want to just tell everyone your stuff. Just do, when you have your fitness business and you opening it in your field, don't be telling the other people what you're doing. Just keep that into your people pay you and you in your courses and make it your own and like that's your method and strategy. And then when people start seeing benefits they're like I'm gonna go in with this dude because he's doing it different. Everybody else they just do it the textbook way. Google says it like well, I'm gonna pay this guy, he's did it
right,
different. And
right,
then you're not only helping them with their sports and health or with their bodybuilding or their fitness, you're helping them with other aspects of their life because this
right,
energy it spills over.
right. And I'm telling you right now, that video you got, I'm still using that video to this day. I'm telling you
Yes.
right now, bro. If I was you, like I know you're not that greedy, but if I was you, bro, I would fuck around and charge motherfuckers 3,000 for that video, bro. Like $3,000 a month. Oh, you gotta be a special member, 3 to 4
Yeah.
K. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really salute to you for that one, cause like, some
Yeah.
people that shit, oh, you gotta drop 5K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People they be
But
doing. Yeah, they be doing the most. I feel you.
yeah, but
But
I'm gonna head out, and
all right, good show.
the last words I'm finna say is, y'all do not quit on this Qigong shit at all, bro. Right
Yeah,
after you go get off of work, or like a couple minutes before you get off of work, you can do a 5 minute session or a 10 minute session. All it takes is that. And if you do it for like 30 days straight, you should be good. Cause like me, I do it like 40-minute sessions and I'm like straight. So yeah, that's definitely something y'all should definitely do. Like don't overlook it. Don't be like, oh, this looks weird. Trust me, the weirdest shit will help you the most. Yeah.
all right, for sure. Shout out to Mysterio. See, I like testimonies like that because it makes me realize like, okay, I don't come off because I know I'm not crazy, but now it's like, it, we got a person out here who can vouch for it, and he's told you his story. Like this energy is real. This is some real shit. And it's like, and then just act yourself. What I've told you. Listen to what I told you about this energy. Listen to what Mysterio told you about this energy. And now look at reality, and why hasn't you heard about this when you were young? You don't hear about it. You hear about the closest thing you hear about it is Tai Chi. And you probably hear about that shit in a Jackie Chan movie or something. And that was it. Or you probably thought, oh, Bruce Lee, and he did like some moves or whatever. But that was as far as you heard of it. And you've always correlated it to just Tai Chi and just a fighting style, but nobody's really looked into it. If you think about it, it's crazy. And when you see most of the people doing it, it's mainly Asian people. Like if you really think about the people who are doing it, like it comes from Qigong. It's like Asian word, Qigong. Like why is it from Asia? Why is it like you don't hear it? Why did I even have to name it Qigong? Why can't it just be called energy exercise? And like even when they name the poses, the pose where you're standing with your hands out like this, the one I do at the end of the workout, that one's called, it's a Chinese word. It's Jang Zhong something. It's some Chinese word. All of these moves, they're named after like Chinese. So why are they calling them that? Like that's another thing that gets into the programming to make people like not really pay attention to it, and like because it's looked at as like it's Chinese, or it's looked at as it's some type of way. It's not looked at it like it's a mechanism. It's an exercise that we can utilize to amplify the body. I don't even want to even say energy, build energy. It's just we amplifying the body really. We I guess you could say building energy, but that's as far as it is. All that, oh, I'm grabbing chi and I'm doing all of this is inside the body. So you notice how they don't this hasn't really been something that they speak on. There's nothing you don't do this in school, or even the Mysterio. He's like, why don't they do it before sports, like before football, before that's crazy. They don't do it. But the reason, like I said, they don't do it because it goes beyond just health. If you do this long enough, you build enough energy to sustain yourself where you're not as dependent on the system. You're not as dependent on things that are external. So they can't have people doing this consistently because their programs won't work, such as inflation, um, food, all the problems with the food industry and the inflation with that, and shrinkflation, and rent, eviction, and money, and all of these things. They need human beings to be in a certain vibration, in a certain awareness, I should say, a certain frequency, so that shit can work on them. Once you start tapping into things like qigong, and like when I say qigong, I'm talking about years of qigong. Like let's just say when you were in 8th grade, you were doing qigong up until now, because just like going home and scrolling on social media is normal, doing qigong is normal. So imagine years of doing qigong. Imagine years of people doing qigong. The average human isn't gonna be the way they are, even if they lived a lifestyle that was just reckless. If they were doing qigong, it will still be a different type of human. So, like I said, they can't have people on that frequency. So this is why they're not gonna promote qigong. They're not gonna promote it because back in the day they used to execute people, but nowadays they don't do that. They have to just lie about it and then make you think it's not cool. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream. This is a good live stream. Shout out to Mysterio, and I'm probably gonna make I'm gonna edit this video because I want to record his testimony because that's some real shit that he said. He said it made him be able to kick the punch the thing more. And remember I told you guys a few weeks ago. I said I feel like my punches are a lot harder because I don't be like practicing hitting the bag like Mysterio does. But I was just taking a swing and I'm feeling like, why does it feel like my punch is hard? And I'm not even punching that hard. Like I'm having more force. And I know I wasn't crazy when I felt that. But like I said, guys, like, and I'm gonna keep you guys posted on my journey with this. So yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream. It was good having everyone on here. Shout out to everybody in the room, and I'm out. Peace.